Hello, this is Visa in Korea, Mr. Zhang. How are you today? I received a lot of questions regarding how to prove my income, and so today I just clarify what is the income certificate and what is the withholding income tax. It's a little bit difficult the word to explain, but I'll do my best to explain you. There are two, but actually three types. I'll explain additionally later then, but mostly if you prove your income, and usually there are three ways, but I'll explain and the two things. The first of all, income certificate. What is the income certificate? In Korean, 소득금액증명원. And what is the withholding income tax certificate? 근로소득원천징수. What is that exactly about that? So for this lecture, I'd like to introduce and explain what is the meaning of income certificate and withholding income tax and certificate. The meaning is income certificate is in Korean is a 소득금액증명원. That is issued by tax office every May if you are a worker and working at one of the companies, and every May, and you may visit to the tax office and the 세무서 and bring your ARC, 외국인 등록증, and if you pay 1,000 won, 1,000 won, and you may get income, the certificate from the tax office. So actually, income certificate is official in a released and the income related document, official document, and if you issued income certificate for previous year, and there is your name and your ARC number and your working and a place, and also your company's name to receive a payment as your wage, and the 1 year totally reported your income is specified and indicated on that income certificate. And also you may check income tax based on your income and past 1 year, such as January to December 31st. So based on your report and document from your company, and finally, and official, the tax office is released in every May. So income certificate is based on withholding income tax and certificate. So withholding income tax and certificate is in Korean is 근로소득원천징수. So based on the withholding income tax, and you may get the income certificate every May. But what is the withholding income tax? So there are several pages consisted of the withholding income tax, and there is basic information about you and your company, and your company's business registration number and the location of your company, etc. There is a detailed and the information on that, such as your basic income and total income, your income tax and the local income tax, and etc. So more detailedly indicating on the withholding income tax. Actually, it is based on your working period from January 1st to December 31st. So if you're working at a company the last year, January 31st to January 1st to December 31st, and this year, and every February before March 1st, and based on your income and your tax or some expenses such as the tax or national pension, the benefit, and your national health insurance, and more and more. So there is a total your income and expenditure. It means or your the payment for the health insurance and the national the pension plan, etc., etc. Is make it more detailed than income certificate, but the total and amount of your income reported to the tax office, and your total income, the previous year's total income, shall be the same as and the income certificate, and your total 1 year wage, as well as your 1 year income tax is the same as the income certificate. So withholding income tax certificate and issued by your company, right? And what did you do the past 1 year? How much money did you earn, and how much money did you pay for the tax, etc. is more detailedly informed on the withholding income tax certificate. So withholding income tax certificate is issued after reporting to your 연말정산. Like a 연말정산 is kind of a year end. You earned some information. So based on with the 연말정산, and your company is issued the withholding income tax certificate to the tax office. So after that, after every February, and your company report to the income or the tax related and income or etc. to the tax office, and this based on this information, and every year May, and the tax office releases income certificate. Can you understand? So withholding income tax certificate is issued by your company, and based on this information, every February as a 연말정산, and every May, and officially an income certificate is released. Can you understand? And another one is general income certificate. In Korean, 종합소득세. It's a little bit different from the income certificate and withholding income tax. Income certificate, there is 3 types. The first one, when you issued the income certificate, you needed to clarify which purpose. So if you are a worker and you needed to request for income certificate as a worker. But if you are if you run your own business as a 사장님 and president, and if you work on other things except for your business, and generate income certificate includes your working and income for the previous year, as well as if your company is a corporate, but corporate is the corporate tax instead. But anyway, if you work for others and make another income, and 종합소득세 will be released in July. Okay, I make it summarize. Income certificate, there are 3 types, but mostly if you are working at a company, you need to issue as a worker. Withholding income tax is issued in February and is based on 연말정산 and the year and the tax or the income related things to the tax office, and based on withholding income tax certificate issued by your company, and the tax office will release income certificate in May. So if you are a worker and also run your own business, in this case you need to report 종합소득세. So if you report the 종합소득세, it means your business income as well as your working the income as a worker. So 종합소득세 will be released in July. Can you understand? Okay. So how to use it when changing visa or extension? So which type of the document is required for changing your visa to another one or extension of your visa? So when will you use withholding income tax certificate? So I make totally 7 the basic the visa type to explain clearly. F7 and F5 actually when they want to change visa from another visa to F7 and point based residence visa or the permanent residency, you need to submit an income certificate only, not that withholding income tax certificate. So residence visa F7 and F5 permanent residence visa, when you apply for that, you need to submit previous year's income, and you need to submit it to immigration office with the income certificate issued by tax office. Can you understand? Okay. So if you extend your income, the F7, F5 it is not required for your income. After changing the extension, it is not difficult. But F7, if you extended it, you need if you are a worker, and you need to submit income certificate for the previous year. And then as well as if you are working at a company continuously, and also depends on the immigration officer, sometimes they request for the withholding income tax certificate for the company worker. But basically is required for the income certificate for the previous year, but depending on the immigration officer, and they need additionally the withholding income tax certificate. Okay? So how about the E7 and E74 and DA visa? So E71, if you apply for the E71 and specialty ability and the visa type, and if you want to change from D2 or D10 to E71, you just find a job, and after that you can apply for the E71. So no need income certificate when you change it. But when you extend your E71, you need income certificate. But if you work at a company January to December, and this year you needed to the last year, right? And January to December 1 year. If you have a 1 year the visa status of stay, and you needed to extend E7 before your visa expiration date, so it is not an year. So at the time, it's a bit difficult to submit an income certificate. At the time, withholding income tax certificate is required to submit. Can you understand? And the E74, yeah, this is another controversy. But as you know that E74 visa is based on your points, such as your age and your 2 years income. So if you get the 10 point or 15 point and 20 point for based on your income, you need to submit income certificate, 2 years income certificate. For example, if you apply for quarter 4 this October, and you needed to prove and you needed to issue 2017 and 2018 income certificate, and depending on the officer, they will request for withholding income tax certificate in this year. Can you understand? So basic requirement to prove your income is required for 2 years income certificate. How about the D8 visa? When you apply for the D8, the corporate investment visa, it is not required for the income certificate because you can't run, you didn't run your own business right now, so there is no anything you can prove your sales volume. So the right now is so when you extend the D8 visa, you need 2 important things. The first one, your sales volume is a VAT and certificate, 부가가치세 소득증명, and the withholding income tax certificate or just the 종합소득세. So D8 visa holders usually they submit it to the 종합소득세. This means I said it is released in July. Can you understand? And also you need to submit your income certificate to prove your income based on your sales volume. Can you understand? How about the F6 visa? Marriage migrant visa, basically it needs 1 year income, but not is exactly required for the income certificate. So if you just apply for F6 right now, this August, and the past and the 1 year income, including your payment, monthly payment, the slip, right? Is you can use it, or withholding income tax certificate, you can use it. And also you need to prove you're still working at a company or run your own business. F299 visa. If you want to change the F299 visa and there was certain type of visa that may change from your visa to F299. F299 visa is a basic requirement as working over the 5 years. But if you hold an D8 or D9, you need to wait until 5 years. And yearly income shall be over GNI. GNI is the right now is 34.7 million won, but after September it'll be increased around the 36 point maybe 7. Yes, so you need to prove based on income certificate. Okay, income certificate. So, but if you apply for the F299 the February, right? It is not the time to issue on previous year's income certificate. So, in this case, you can use the withholding income tax certificate additionally. Okay. So, depending on the visa type, there is a different and the document to prove your previous year's income. And also, but after 6 and converted it from the E9 visa and also need 2 years income, but you can use withholding income tax certificate. For example, and before this May, if you apply for that, after 6 visa, right? And you need 2018 income certificate, 2017 income certificate, and 2018 and a withholding income tax certificate, just 2 years. But after May, you need to submit it exactly previous 2 years income certificate. It is clear, okay? Okay, I'd like to make a summary for the income certificate and withholding income certificate. So, income certificate is issued based on withholding income certificate that reported by your company. So, income certificate for the previous year is issued in every May based on your company's reporting to the tax office of withholding income tax certificate. So, withholding income tax certificate, it is a document based on your previous year's income, and it contains a lot of information on that. So, your company shall report your previous income and every February to tax office. So, if this is your income based on your company's report is fixed, every May, your income and your income tax is released as an income certificate issued by tax office. Right? Good. So, depending on another visa time, for example, F2 visa time, and if he is working at a company as a worker, but if he runs his own business, so put together how to do that. There is a 종합소득세, and every July is released. So if you want to combine and the working income and your business income, etc., put together, if you do and every July a 종합소득세 will be released. So if you're a corporate and a person and if you run your own business, you need to submit 종합소득세 in July to prove your the income based on your business. Everything is clear, right? And also, the subscription on my YouTube channel is very, very motivate me. So if my information is very useful for you, please click the like button to participate in our the YouTube channel, Visa in Korea, 장행닷컴 행정사 사무소. Okay, so and I will update and almost every day regarding certain issues and based on my client and the questions. So if you have that kinds of information, if you need it, you can text me or you can click the 장행닷컴 행정사 사무소 right and Naver, or just Google Visa in Korea and you can check, and there is some phone number and the contact number, and you may contact me for further detailed information. You may reserve a reserve for a charged consultation and set up the schedule and visit our office for further the consultation. Okay, the phone number is like this. Okay, Visa in Korea, and our office is located in the exit 1, the Seocho station, the subway station. So my phone number there. So okay, see you next time for the more valuable information on the Korean immigration matters and visa. Okay, see you next time. This is Visa in Korea, Mr. Jang.